Hello everybody, today I'm going to be showing you a couple special weapons you can get on the game and a couple mods. First thing I've got here is my Short Circuit Brutal Sickle, which the sickle itself is pretty good for damage, but it is hard to find later on in the game. Short Circuit mod, on the other hand, you have to complete the quests, I can't remember which one it's called. You get it doing one of the quests. There we go. Short Circuit mod Judgment Day. You have to complete that quest. Basically, after you finish Master of Justice, which you have to go to the police station and get the special documents and take it back to Tim, he asks you for another thing where you have to go into a house that's on fire, which is constantly doing damage to you, which is very hard, and you've got to go find a briefcase which has got Tim's gun in it. And you return to Tim's neighbour's gun in it, and then you return to Tim and he gives you a Short Circuit mod. Now, if you are doing the quest and you're struggling to try and find the gun is where the thug is inside the building, except it's behind the fridge on the mantelpiece thingy. It's like a little ledge where the window's been boarded up. It's behind the fridge, if you need to know where that is. Now, it is a very good mod. As you can see, the electric jumps through it. Instead of just rushing through the blade, it jumps through the blade because it's very, very good for damage. I'm just going to show you a couple of things here in which you can see. Let's find some zombies. I killed a couple of them earlier, so there might not be as many as there could. Bingo. Right, here's one. Now, I haven't actually used it. This is the first time I've done it. It does a lot of damage already. 3 hits. Now, that's very hard because I'm level 38. No, 38. So it's very hard for me to kill zombies like that. Now, that is, I reckon, that is a good weapon, in all fairness. Because, as you can see, I haven't got much life left. That one took a little bit more, I think, but look, I have set him down. Here comes Defected. Double hit there. Infected are always pretty easy to kill. Now, let me show you another one I've got here. This is one I haven't upgraded yet, but it is generally such a good weapon. Let's just show you it here, because you can't actually see it that well. Damn it. Fuck's sake, fall over. Right. It's not going to let me fall over, but that's what it looks like there. The floor. And it's not as good as the upgraded one which I've got, but that still does a lot of damage itself. You can see. Thought that was going to kill me. He threw the stick at me. I knew that was going to kill me. I should have had something to drink before I left, but it doesn't matter. I spent all my money, which is a good thing. You want to spend your money as quick. I know you might be saving up to get something, but you want to spend it in all fairness. That way you don't have any fear of losing it. Right, here's the one I have. Deathstalker Kuru. It's a very good mod. As you can see, it's got quite a cool effect showing around it. It's like this greeny kind of mist that's coming out of it. It's Deathstalker mod, that is. I've got the Magic Wand Metal Cannaboo, which the Metal Cannaboo I think is one of the best, one of the main ones you can use the Magic Wand mod for, because it's just a good weapon to start with, in all fairness. Transfer his head in here. Yeah, if you got Logan, you can get that perk later on. It's a very good weapon, the Metal Cannaboo. except it is very tiring on you. Got Impact Mace, which is using an Impact mod. It looks like a Magic Wand mace, but does quite a bit of damage in the first place. Just find some of the other things I've got in here. Actually, one more camera. Phoenix Fire Axe. Now this thing looks cool. This is probably one of the coolest weapons. It's an axe that's on fire. It's very hard to find flares. You can't find them really. I know on one of the missions I got really misled, where you have to find the flares from the wrecked ships when you go to the lighthouse missions. I thought you could use those flares there, but you can't. You can only use them for the thing. Basically, the only way you can get flares, because I haven't been able to find some yet. I mean, some of you may have been able to find them, but the only way I've been able to find them yet is just by buying them. They cost a lot of money. I've got some backup flares. I've got 2, but I had to buy those, and they were $2,200 each, which is very expensive for the game in all fairness. But it is a very good mod. If I go here, I've got gin here as well. Not gin as in the drink, but you know, got some cool stuff in here. Gabriel's Sledgehammer, but because I completed the game already and got it, I started the game again, which you can do when you completed it and you have all your stuff and everything. I also have Tesla Gabriel's Sledgehammer, which is very pretty cool. Basically just a normal sledgehammer, except the actual thing itself does a lot of damage. The simple fact it is Gabriel's thing, and I've got a couple ones that aren't special, because in ways special it basically starts off with green, then it goes to blue, then it goes to purple. No, it goes to purple, then blue in special, and then it goes to orange. Now, if you find an orange weapon on the floor, that counts towards the achievement. Find some exceptionally good weapons, because they are very good. I got the Feeble Short Shotgun. I have only found this one. This is the only one I've ever found on the game. And the Spiteful Morningstar, I don't want to sell it, because apparently my mate said if you can find the Piranha mod, which I haven't found yet, I think that's like one of the 4 or something I haven't ever found in the game, it is very good on this, so I've kept that, because they cost about $5,000 just to buy just the weapon itself, which is very annoying. I've got the Shock Auto Rifle. I ran out of ammo, so I won't be able to show you, but I can show you what the difference is. This one is the one. Basically, it shoots bullets, but they're like slightly shocked. If you hit that zombie about 5 times, they'll suddenly turn into that funny like shock thing where there's electric going through them and they just like die. The Shock Auto Rifle is basically the same. I don't know what actually changed on the gun, because it looks the same. Basically it does the same thing, except it does a lot more damage to the actual thing itself that you're shooting at. The Striker one, which basically sets them on fire with a couple shots, which I think is pretty cool. And the Pride Heavy Pistol. This one is good. It's basically like the fire one, except it takes off a lot more of their health a lot quicker. And as you can see on the front of the gun, it's the yellow one, and then the fire one's the red one, and the electric one's the blue one. But I don't know with the machine guns, because I haven't really seen it yet. I also have done that for the shock. Yeah, it shows you the Shock Heavy Pistol, which is quite a good gun in the first one. Brutal Machete. Some of the weapons on the game, which you can find, are actually look really cool. That's like a machete, but it's like a brutal one, so it's got like bits sticking out the top, which I think looks pretty cool. There's the Debilitating Exotic Mace, which is pretty cool. It's like the Metal Cannaboo, except shorter and does a little bit more damage. As you can tell, the Deathstalker Kuru is pretty cool itself. It's like angled slightly differently. As you can see by the picture, in the top corner. For some reason, they don't want to land flat, so you can have a better look at them. But yeah, this is a good weapon. That short circuit one. Oh damn it! It looks slightly destroyed at the moment, because it is like, if I go in the dark, you can see like the lightning jumping through it. It looks epic. I haven't got that much money, but look, here are some of the mods you can get. Deodorant Bomb. Basically, you just need 2 deodorants, duct tape. You can have the meat bait. Basically, you throw it into a big horde. You'll get trained. It doesn't explode or anything. It's just it tracks them, and then you can throw something like a deo bomb or a Molotov cocktail. Yeah, there's the Molotovs there, which I just said. Got the shock mod, which I can attach to a machete now, which is basically the same, the electric thing that I was talking about, where if you hit them they get shocked, but it's not as good as one of the ones that I've got later on. I got the impact mod, which is basically like a more quieter, softer version of the magic wand mod. High voltage mod, which is much better than the shock mod. Got the torch mod, but where you can just set fire to like metal batons or baseball bats and stuff like that. Basically just sets them on fire. It's like the Phoenix mod, which you can use for the axe, except 10 times better. Nail mod, which I'm sure if any of you that have the game, you'll get that straight away. I think you can understand what that is. Toxic mod, basically it's like that Deathstalker Karoo or whatever, I can't remember what it's called, that I showed you earlier, except just weaker. Sticky bomb mod, which basically you've got a bomb stuck to a knife, which you throw it and it gets stuck in them and then it explodes. Striker gun mod, which is basically the flame one that I was showing you on the gun earlier. I didn't manage to fire it because I didn't have any weapon in it. Magic wand mod, which is very powerful. If you hit them, they can just go flying backwards and they're like electrocuted and stuff like that. Phoenix mod, which I showed you earlier, as you can see I've got flares, except you can only do it to a couple weapons there. The Tesla mod, which is what I did for the Gabriel Sledgehammer. The shock rifle, which is the one that I showed you earlier with the machine gun, and I couldn't figure out what was different about it. Deathstalker mod, which is on the Karoo, and you can do it for Reaper, Machete, Sickle, load of stuff like that. Striker rifle, that's the set fire, blazing. It's basically you set fire to the zombies, and with like the pistol one, is that you do a lot more damage via it. Nuts and bolts mod, which basically is just a load of nuts and bolts stuck on the end of a weapon, really, that you put it on. You can only put it on a few, but it's actually pretty good. It's cheap and easy to find, but it's really good. Weighted mod, which I think sucks, in all fairness. Paralyzing strike mod, which I haven't actually used yet. I've got to find 2 detergents. They are pretty hard to find in the game, in all fairness. The shotgun mod, which is basically the no, not shotgun, the shock gun mod. Basically it's electrocuted and you can attach it to pistols and stuff like that. You can make pistol ammo. Heavy mod, which is basically a version of the weighted mod, is set much better. You got the Pride gun mod. Short circuit mod, which I was showing you earlier. The Pride one is basically the fire one, set much better. And that's it for all the mods. If any of you wanted to have a look at them and just read the thing, I don't think you can read it on the video because the video, sorry about that, the video isn't very good quality. It is better than some of the ones you can see on YouTube, but it isn't amazing quality. If any of you wanted to read the descriptions for them or see what stuff is needed, by all means you can do that. There isn't really much I can help show you on the game, except maybe some of the skills. Now, the first one you can buy, I think you should buy Fury, because Fury is amazing. It's amazing on Logan and the girl which has the gun at the start. No, not the girl, the one that you can choose from, the one with the gun. Yeah, they're good. The one which has the sharp sword, I can't remember what she's called. She gets it pretty good as well. But if you, after that, you want to buy Combat and Survival. These are the 3 you want to get at the start. Then you want to buy this extra slot. That's the first one you want to get all of for, because it gives you much more space and you need it in the game. There's just so much space which you need, and it's really hard to get. And obviously these ones at the end, which are really good, except you can't get every one in the game, like every perk. They just won't let you. I've only got 12 more levels to go, so I go up. And yeah, subscribe and watch some of my other videos, which I'll be putting on soon. See ya.